Okay, guys, so I'm really excited about this video because I truly feel like this video is going to help so many of you with making content. And when it comes to making content, guys, a lot of people think it's this abstract thing and it's just like you just make whatever you're feeling. And this seems like a cool thing to talk about. So I'll talk about this, or I'll copy this person's content, or should I talk about, stuff that's personal to me because I know that sometimes it's a personal brand, so sometimes you got to be vulnerable and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, a lot of people are just making content and they have no system or they have no structure, in order to make content that actually connects with their audience. So this is called the solar system content framework. Why it's called the solar system content framework, I'll get into that in just a second. But this is how to create content that builds trust and engagement. Okay, so what is the main problem, or what is likely the reason that you're watching this video? Okay, well, for those of you that don't know, I am a coach. I help fitness coaches build their business, and I help people who are not in the space leave their 9 to 5 and build businesses from zero in the fitness coaching space. So I work primarily with bodybuilders, fitness enthusiasts, powerlifters, even some MMA guys. I work with individuals that have skills to help men self-improve primarily through fitness, and I help them make a business out of it through Instagram. So guys, biggest problem, right, that I see a lot of people make, especially in this space, is they're struggling to connect with their audience. Okay, they don't know what they should be saying to their audience to get their audience to trust them, right? They lack trust with their audience. Their audience just basically, you're just a person that they're following. They like some of your stuff sometimes, and they think you're a cool guy, and you say some things that are true, and maybe you've said some things that motivated them before, but there is just no trust built. And trust is the most important thing. We'll get into that in just a minute. And a lot of you guys are probably here because you have an unfocused content strategy. You just shoot from the hip and you just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, which just isn't going to work when it comes to growing your business, especially to the $10,000 a month mark and past the $10,000 a month mark. And if you're asking yourself questions like, what do I talk about? Right? Which is, I can't even tell you how many times, guys, because I've talked to a lot of guys who are in this space, and I hear it all the time from people that want to do this business. They use it, they use this, it holds them back. And then for people that are in this business, they're still asking themselves this question, which you definitely shouldn't be asking yourself that question if you're in the business and you want to be making money and you're presenting yourself as a coach or as a leader. So why is this called the solar system content framework? So guys, this is a framework that I came up with from my own experiences. You won't learn this anywhere else. I can almost guarantee you that once this video goes out, there will be people that try to steal this and try to make it their own and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. That's to be expected. Um, just so you know, though, and you feel confident in this process, this is a process that has been proven to work. Okay, this is the same exact blueprint that I give my clients, and this is basically like the framework that me and my clients always go back to. I always teach them and elaborate on this further, and I give them the actual systems to implement all this information that we're going to go over in my elite coaching mentorship. So if you just do what I'm saying in this video, it will change your content fundamentally. It will change the experience that you're having with your online business. You'll get way more engagement. You'll start to learn what people really want from you in this online space, especially online fitness coaching. And this will allow you to stay way more consistent and not overthink everything that you're doing. So, why is this called the solar system? Okay. So, really quick science lesson here. All right. What is the pinpoint middle center of our solar system? It's the sun, right? The sun is a star that gives heat and light to the entire solar system, and especially Earth, because the sunlight shines its light on Earth and its warmth on Earth, we're able to live on Earth and there's life, human life. Okay. So in this this framework, I want you to think of yourself as the sun, right? And you have all of these planets orbiting you, right? Now, the planets would be considered like the topics of conversation, right? You have all of these topics of conversation kind of swimming around you in an orbit, right? You have stuff that's very, very personal, right? Stuff that's, like stuff that maybe you shouldn't even be talking about on social media. Then you have the outside. So these are like the really warm planets. These are the planets that there is no life on these planets. It's literally too hot. This is why I called it too hot right here. See what I'm saying? These planets are too personal, too vulnerable, and not valuable. So this is where a lot of people actually are with their content. Why? Because they're using their Instagram as a diary or as a journal, and there's no real connection being made. They're just basically venting and complaining online. How many times have you seen people do that? Even if they are business coaches, even if they are, fitness coaches or coaches in general. This is not a spot that you want to be in, guys. This is too hot, right? Now let's skip this earth part right here and let's go to the too cold section, okay? Now we covered the too hot section, right? Now let's go over to the too cold section. This is what I would be considered the topics of conversation that other people are talking about, right? Topics that you don't have experience with. Surface level content that doesn't create connection. Guys, this is actually what 80 to 90% of people do. They just pick the stuff that is what everyone else is talking about. There's no personality involved in it. There's no authenticity in it. It's not super personal. It's actually the opposite. There, you could be saying the best shit and you could be copying what someone else is saying. And you can even be kind of copying what someone else is saying and altering it to make it sound like it's yours. But at the end of the day, it's not you and it's not authentic. All right. So these two spots, this too hot area and this too cold area, these planets is really where most people are. So you can probably say, okay, which one am I in? It's likely that you're in one of these areas. You're either making content that's more of like a journal and like a diary, documenting everything, complaining, almost like venting to your audience, or you could be making stuff that's just too cold, right? Copying what other people are doing, making content where there's really no connection being made, or you're talking about stuff that isn't really in your realm of expertise. Okay. So these two areas we don't want to be, right? And now what is the solution, right? It would be, let's point this down here. What is the solution to this? Okay. And this is, where do we want to be, guys? This will make sense. Where do we want to be in the solar system? Where can we survive as humans in our solar system, right? Not on these planets because they're too hot. Not on these planets because they're too cold. On Earth, right? This is why I put down to Earth. This is where we got human life. Lukewarm. Just right. Okay? So, what should our content be made about? It should be down to earth, right? Talking about stuff that is our real life experiences, showing our authenticity, showing our uniqueness. If you have something that's like different about you, or a quirk, or a fucking tattoo on your face, you should be showing it. You should be talking about it. You should be using the way that you look, sound, act as your unique lever that you can pull to show people that you're different, right? You don't want to be like everyone else. You want to show up on social media as a different person, creating a one of one brand, right? Like I said before, your real life experiences, real advice and story, okay? Deep value and takeaways. This means what? Deep value and takeaways. This has to be the stuff that you learn that is very valuable that you can then teach to other people. They can then take it and use it in their own life. So for a lot of you guys, by the way, hint, hint, based off of what I just taught you in this video, you can go look at my content, Gabe at Gabe No Victim on Instagram. If you don't follow me, go follow me. If you probably already do, but if you don't, you can see that I am doing just this, right? This is why all of my content is authentic It's unique. It's really me. I never talk about something that I didn't actually experience in real life. I'm never giving advice based off of something I didn't do. I'm only telling my own story. I'm giving the deep value and the takeaways from my real life experiences, expecting when people watch it to then take that content or take the advice given in the video and then apply it in their real life. Get what I'm saying? Because this doesn't do anything for anyone, right? This doesn't do anything for anyone. This is creating real connection, deep value, so that they can actually get something out of the video. You ever heard that? Oh, I didn't get anything out of it. Well, I want to get something out of it. Well, in this regard, your prospects and your followers, the people who will eventually be working with you, they want to get something out of the video. Like imagine you had a jar full of money and people were just coming in and putting their hand in the jar and taking money out of it. That's basically what you want to look at it like. The video is that same way. You're giving them value. They're able to take away value from the actual video. So, guys, screenshot this. Hopefully, you took notes on this. This is the system that I give my elite clients, and I show them how to implement this into their content strategy, especially for Instagram. But just doing this over the next 3 months, really focusing on here and catching yourself when you're over in these areas, right? Too personal, too cold, staying in that lukewarm, just right spot, staying in that spot, like I said, and using it to your benefit, to the benefit of your followers and to the benefit of your business. So guys, if you have any questions or you want me to help you implement this system like I have with my other elite clients, message me on Instagram at Gabe No Victim. Shoot me a message there and I'd love to help you out. Either way, this is the sauce right here. This will help you out a ton. And I genuinely just don't want people to struggle with this content game because it's really not as difficult and as abstract as people make it seem. And I'm really not trying to make myself sound smarter than I am. I'm just trying to give you an easy way to copy what's in my brain. So I hope this helps, guys. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram. Peace.